We have seen animes where the MC is always shy, uncool and runs away from girls. Now we bring to you our top anime recommendations, where the MC takes it by the head and not shy away. But before we start, welcome to Anime Sage. If it's your first time here, please subscribe and engage with our videos to help our channel grow. So let's get into it. Number 10 is Tales of the Whale's Calves. The story focuses on a boy called Chikuro, who lives on a giant vessel called a mud whale that drifts over the sea of sand. In its interior lies an ancient town, where the majority of its inhabitants are said to be marked, a double-edged trait that grants them supernatural abilities at the cost of an untimely death. Chikuro and his friends have never seen anyone from the outside world, and they spend their days yearning to explore and learn about it. One day, a ruined ship suddenly drifts ashore, where he meets a girl inside later named Lycos, who will change his destiny and the world inside the mud whale as he knows it. I love everything about this anime. It is probably one of the most interesting and innovative. Moving on to number 9 is Yasuga no Sora. This anime focuses on Haruka and Sora Kasagano that are coming home to a place filled with memories. Haruka Kasagano and his twin sister Sora have lost both their parents in an accident. And with them all their support, they decide to move out of the city to the rural town where they once spent summers with their late grandfather. Lots of girls in this town like Haruka because he is pretty, and romance ensues. Haruka and Sora try to keep a tight lid on what's going on between them, but the opening kinda gives it away. At first everything seems familiar and peaceful, but changes come as Haruka starts to remember things from his youth. This anime plot is not so good, but if you like incest romance, then it's definitely worth watching. Number 8 is Kampfer. The MC Sino Nitsuru is a normal everyday high school student. However, he's been chosen to be a Kampfer, with objectives that consists on fighting other Kampfer in female form, with either guns, swords or magic. Nitsuru attracts the attention of various girls at school who are Kampfer, including a shy bookworm girl Akane Mishima who transforms into a gunslinging loudmouth, and the beautiful but scheming student council president Shizuku Sango. Nitsuru is sometimes able to change back to being a boy, but because his emotions might transform him, he must then live as a male student as well as a female student, with the same name at the school while keeping his switching identity a secret. I really love all of the crazy implausible story concepts that animes are capable of delivering us. Kampfer is no exception, as it combines many time-honored and tested themes of Mahou Shoujo-esque transformations. I found Kampfer had a lot of potential for delivering some interesting action and some really entertaining comedy. Moving on to 7 is Magikoi. The MC Yamato now, a second-year student from Kawakami High School in Kawakami City, is famous for its strong dedication to its samurai ancestors. A healthy fighting spirit is always valued and it's even an important factor for success. Yamato and his 6 closest friends, 3 boys and 3 girls, make up the perfect team for friendship, rivalry and motivation. However, even samurai have weaknesses. Although the balance and long friendship of their group has been undisturbed for a long time. But when 2 new girls enter the group, things start to get a lot more interesting. Not only must they maintain what they think is the samurai tradition, but they must now also do it with a lot of distractions. The samurai are a very important part of Japan's history, and to be related to them in any way is probably one of the most inspiring things. I watched Magikoi because it was an alternate story from Kimieru, and I wanted more from that, and I can say this is very good. I enjoyed this as much as Kimi. And I enjoyed both for the same but a little more this from the action and the comedy. 6 is Armed Girls Machiavellian. The MC Fudo Nomura transfers to a school where girls carry weapons to rule mercilessly over the boys. Shortly after transferring, he becomes a target of Rin Inigawara, a member of the 5 ruling swords that commands the school. The private Aichi Symbiosis Academy was originally a high school for high-class girls. When it became co-ed, the girls out of fear asked to be permitted to bring weapons to school. When that was enforced, the Supreme 5 Swords was formed. For me, this anime is not particularly strong in terms of plot or depth, but has a good balance of cool and stylish moments, as well as comedic and amusing moments, with a likable cast of characters. The anime is trying to do two things: be cool and be amusing. Number 5 is Trinity 7. Main male protagonist Kasuno Arata finds his world turned upside down one morning when a magical disaster known as a breakdown phenomenon destroys his hometown and claims the life of his childhood friend. After receiving a grimoire, a book of spells, later Arata asks for his world to be good again, which leads to the grimoire artificially reconstructing his normal life and making him forget both the destruction of the city and Hijiri's disappearance. Lilith Asami, a mage is sent to investigate the ruins, finds a powerful spell in their stead. Due to the sudden encounter with a mage sent to destroy him, he decides to join forces and enlists in a magical school charged with training magicians. Trinity 7 is similar to High School DxD in many ways, definitely less ecchi though, so if you enjoy DxD, then you will love Trinity 7. Moving on to number 4 is A Bridge to the Starry Skies. This anime centers on Kazuma Hoshino, who is preparing himself for a new stage of his life as a teenager. Because of his brother Ayumu's weaker than average health, their parents thought it best for the family to move out from the city to a more rural environment. Now the two brothers are off to the Yorizao Inn, where they'll be staying until their parents can settle affairs back in the city and set up their new home. But get lost on their way wandering in the mountains. Kazuma stumbles across a girl named Uina Katsugawa. It's the first of many encounters in his new country life. If you like harem anime, you might be able to get through this one. I enjoyed watching this anime. The story keeps getting better with each episode. More lovey-dovey are unraveling, more flashback are surfacing. So yeah, you'll enjoy it. Number 3 is Ari of the Animation. Focuses on Akari Mizanashi, a gondolier in training and also an employee of Aria Company. She gets to meet all sorts of people as she takes them on the gondola rides. From friendly mentors to special individuals, all this amidst a beautiful scenic backdrop of the entire city. The city itself is a faithful replication of Manham's, that is the planet formerly known as Earth. Akari, as she becomes intimately acquainted with other Undine tourists and Neo-Venezia's residents, learning many valuable life lessons along the way, such as the wonderful truth that there are such things as man-made miracles. Needless to say, I loved this to bits. Every episode left me yearning for more wonderfulness. Number 2 on the list is Fruit of Grisea. Yuji Kazami is a transfer student who has just been admitted into Mahama Academy. He wants to live an ordinary high school life, but this dream of his may not come anytime soon, as Mahama Academy is quite the opposite. Consisting of only the principal and 5 other students, all of whom are girls. Yuji becomes acquainted with each of them, discovering more about their personalities as socialization is inevitable. Mahama Academy is known as a closed learning environment, established to nurture students who find themselves at odds with the world around them, but in actuality, is a prison built to preserve fruit that has fallen too far from its tree. I got attracted to watch it, since it has a unique theme of psychological plus drama. The type of settings that rarely found in this era. Number 1 is Konoha mo Konoha. After harboring an unrequited love for years, Naoya Mukai finally gets to date his childhood friend, Saki-chan. Though their intensities often pit them against each other like ice and fire, they still been in love with each other. He vows never to cheat. But out of the blue he receives another confession from Nagisa. Nagisa's cuteness and sweetness made him lunch to boot. He knows he can't cheat, but he can't let a cutie like this get away. So he does the logical thing. Asks Saki for permission to date them both. Konoha mo Konoha is a simple and a bit cliched anime that I ended up liking. If you want to have a good time, then I recommend it. With this, we come to the end of our top 10 anime recommendations. Hope you did enjoy our video. Please don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell button to stay updated on our post. For any suggestions, please let us know in the comment section below, and also check out our other videos on the screen. Love you guys and see you in our next video.